with your Safari's.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Sorry, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Make We Talk program here on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city. We're going to speak about the conference that happened yesterday. But before we do so, we have a bit of news just coming into us. Let us do the news first. This is Make We Talk breaking news. The news is an earthquake near Barbados, also felt in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A magnitude 5.6 earthquake was recorded southwest of Barbados and felt as east of St. Vincent and the Grenadines this morning. So there you have it. An earthquake was felt in Barbados and also in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As soon as we get more news, we'll pass it on to you. But let us go into what we're here to talk about today. I am supposed to have the chairman of the National Democratic Movement, Mr. Michael Williams, to come onto the program today for us to speak about his views on what happened at the conference of the Labour Party on Sunday. You know, the conference happened on Sunday, and a lot of Jamaicans went out, hope and praying that they'll hear the date of the local government election. Obviously, as I tell Jamaicans, if you don't see the Prime Minister put on his green clocks, don't worry about it. He will not call the election. He didn't have anything green on his feet. He had on a black shoes, if my memory serves me correctly. A black shoes. So there was no election called. Now this morning you get up and you hear all sorts of shebang going on in the country. Yesterday I heard that there was a conflict going on between the military and the police and residents up in Mountain View. There's also a video circulating of a schoolboy having an altercation with the members of the JCF. Now I shouldn't say I don't care, but be careful of how you treat children. And you must approach them, no matter how they're going on, with respect, and they will show you respect. No, I do not know what happened between the police officer and that young boy, that young schoolboy. And there must be different ways of restraining children. The police officer was seen in the viral video going around with his knee on his chest and his hand in the young man's throat like this. Is this what Jamaica has become? Is this the nation of land of wood and water? Where our security forces is taking advantage of the younger, although they keep on saying that the morals and values and attitude in our country has gone down to nothing. And if so be the case, then we're in serious crisis in the land of wood and water. Very serious crisis. It cannot be that we the people, we the favorite few, we the favorite few in this country, where Jamaica is going on a slippery slope, where our young people has no respect for neither themselves, their parents, or the wider society. And if that is going on, then may God help us in this country. But I do not agree with the police officers putting their knees on a young man. Well, he's maybe 10 years old, I don't know, or maybe 14. His knees is on the young man's chest. It cannot be that this is what is happening in this country. It's unacceptable and it's uncalled for. There has to be some other ways for us to deal with the problems that we face in this country. There have to be some other ways. There have to be some other ways. You hear the Labour Party say there is a better way. Labour Party moving on to victory. What kind of victory they move on to? Huh? When Jamaica's crime pandemic is out of work. And so is other administration for the 61 years that we have been independent. The both political parties has never stemmed Jamaica's crime problem. They make it worse. So we can't be blaming the party alone, but blame the PNP too. Because it started from 1962 coming up. And if you follow the trend, the two political parties will be blamed. The two of them is to be blamed. Now they went to the national arena on Sunday. And the only speech that make any sense Sunday gone was the speech of Robert Bobby Montague. That's the only speech that make any sense at the conference. Because all the other rest were just, the Prime Minister's speech was a disaster. When you check the other speech that he made at a conference sometime last year and compare his speech this year, the speech that the Prime Minister made this year is a watered-down speech. You don't have no substance. You know, when you're making a good pot of chicken foot soup or a good pot of red pea soup, you have to make sure you have some body in it, you know. And you have some stuff in it to make sure you have it tick up and taste good. The Prime Minister's speech has nothing in it. A lack of seasoning. It lack of seasoning. The lack of the all-purpose and the chicken seasoning and the this seasoning and the dira seasoning. It lack of it. Lack of it, totally lack of it. And it cannot be that we have a Prime Minister who it seems as he's afraid to call the election. Prime Minister wants to call the election, man. Why are you waiting until next year to call the election? Although the local government election is constitutionally due next year. Can Roots FM give out the Miss Isis? If you're in studio there, ma'am, can you give out the telephone number for the radio station? Anyone in the studio hearing me?
The number for Roots FM studio is 876-225-9478. 876-225-9478.
Thank you very much. If you call coming, Miss Isis, just put it on to me, please.
For sure.
But you know, a lot of us in this country know where the criminals are in. And we cannot depend on government alone to solve the crime problem we face in this country. A lot of us knows where these criminals are. And we hands and gloves them. And when they shoot dead, I'm not saying that you don't have police who go on like them a judge, jury, and executioner. But when they get dead, you hear them talk about not go so, not good youth. My God. But we pay the leaders of our country to take care of this country. The taxpayers of this country pay the leaders, both sides of the fence, to bring this country crime problem under control. And if you all go and make us crime problem from the 1960s come up, not only this part this is a part of the problem in this country. And I'm not gonna dub me as a labourite. You know what? Dub me as a labourite. I am a Jamaican and Jamaica come first for me. But where the facts lies, let the facts lies. Go and Google Jamaica's crime pandemic from the 1960s come up. You all can read it with understanding. And then you all will know where it stands. You all will know that Jamaica's crime didn't start here. But under this present administration, it get worse. Under this present administration, it get worse. But our crime problem didn't start here. But one thing I realized at the conference, the Minister of National Intelligence Behavior said this morning, the Minister of National Insecurity didn't touch the security problem in this country at the conference. Him dance around the bush. You know when Barry the Dragon is carnival and said, "Nah, he wine so." Him whine around the entire conference and haven't touched Jamaica's crime problem. I think the Prime Minister touched a little. But we will believe that is a conference. And we believe that they would have touched on the crime situation in this country. They haven't done it. They haven't done so. Let us go into what we're going to talk about this morning. Because we need to hear from these people who call themselves leaders of this country. I want you to listen. I hope you can all hear it. I want you to listen to the speech given to the Minister of Agriculture, Floyd Green, at the conference of the Labour Party. Hold on there for me. I'm an old person, you know, you have to see me. I'm not as versatile as Sir Dwight in the studio there and Miss Isis. Hold on a minute, here we go.
Moving forward in agriculture with the Jamaica Labour Party. For years, the and fishers were never given the respect that they deserve. For years, the farmers and fishers were saying, if them get sick, I want to go to the pharmacy, them can't get a little health insurance. Your government sat down with the private sector, and now every farmer and fisher in Jamaica can get health insurance, life insurance. We are moving forward.
You hear what he said? We are moving forward, backward never. That sounds like a campaign speech to me. That sounds like those people are campaigning. He went on to say that $10 billion of investment in irrigation for the areas like South St. Elizabeth, South Manchester. Why you have to wait until now? Look how long in the power. And by the way, for far too long, these two administrations in this country, the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party, has neglected the people of St. Elizabeth for years. For far too long. The dub St. Elizabeth as the basket parish of this country. And yet, if they adopt St. Elizabeth basket parish, why is it that for years upon years, the farmers of St. Elizabeth has no water. None whatsoever. Let us listen to what the good gentleman, Mr. Floyd Green, said about the irrigation project that his administration is gonna have, is gonna end up carrying out. His administration, he said, I hope I can find this clip in here. He said that his administration is going to spend $10 billion. I wasn't the one who said it. Floyd Green, at the conference of the Labour Party, was the one who said that his administration is going to spend over $10 billion. Why is now to find the $10 billion to spend on irrigation for the people of South St. Elizabeth and South Manchester? Hope you all can where on earth the thing disappeared? You just saw it a while ago. Oh, here it is. Hope you all can hear it. Because
and most extensive drought in our history. So I suffered from the largest and most extensive drought in our history. So access to water is now more important than ever before for our farmers. Them talk about it, ask them, what did they do? Right now, we are building rainwater harvesting facilities. We are fixing storage facilities. We are spending $10 billion to irrigation to St. Manchester, Nassau, everything hall.
Shout, 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 shout.
We're not finished. We are spending $700 million this year, and we are going to spend $38 billion. So places like Flagaman, Greenfield, Barbary Hall, all of Peter Place will have water to farm.
all of St. Elizabeth will have water to farm. My question to the good gentleman, Minister Green, why take you and your Labour Party so long? From 1962, both you and the People's National Party, it took only from 1962 to realize that the people of St. Elizabeth, the breadbasket parish, don't have any water. I get to understand that our reservoir was somewhere in St. Elizabeth to pump water from the Black River into that reservoir. And the two administrations bob and weave around it. And every campaign promises that tell the people of St. Elizabeth, if you put in us in there and make sure that you all get water to plant the scallion and the onion and the thyme. And it never happened. To take this administration now from 2016 to realize that the people of St. Elizabeth need water. Our country is well renowned around the world of the land of wood and water. Well renowned around the world of the land of wood and water. And yet, our people is lacking of water. In 2023, in 21st Jamaica, majority of our people don't run water in their life. I'm not talking about prosperity. One will come out now, fly the gate, fire it. Him say when they come out now, fly the gate, a Fresh Prince time now. What have they done to uplift the people of this country from the poverty that they're in? We're well known around the entire of the land of wood and water. The land of wood and water. So the wood, no water. And our people, until now, don't have water in the pipe. When last have we built a reservoir in this country for the people of this country? When last have we done that? When last have we built a high school in this country? Jamaica is going down a slippery part of the slippery slope. I wouldn't even play rather the speech of the conference of the Labour Party given by the Prime Minister of this country. Because as I said before, his speech lack of substance. His speech has nothing in there. And you're asking the Jamaican, huh? The people of Mahou Drive, where Roots FM is. The people of Mahou Drive, where Roots FM is right now. Sometimes you have water running left, right, and center across the road. A couple of years ago, there was a fire at the budget hardware in Mahou Drive there. And when you look, not one single fire hydrant have any water in there. There were figurines on Hagley Park Road. There were figurines on Hagley Park Road. And Desmond McCain, who was the Minister of Local Government, did not see fit to equip the Jamaica Fire Brigade. Didn't see it fit to tell the China Harbour Engineering Company that water must be in the fire hydrants. But your supply nearly burned down. I didn't burn down. It did the Queen English. It was nearly burned down. No, it nearly burned down. Because the fire hydrants along Hagley Park Road didn't have any water. They did not connect to the Water Commission system. They did not connect to the National Water Commission system. And not even know if the fire hydrants in Hagley Park Road have water in there now. But there was no water in the fire hydrants along Hagley Park Road. This is the country they call the land of wood and water. God forbid, if a mustard seed caught fire, what would happen to the mustard seed? Huh? God forbid. If the people along Mahou Drive had any fire, God forbid, at their home, what would happen? And not only that, the members of the fire brigade have been calling me. People have been reaching out to me that they're underpaid, they're overworked, and they don't have the proper fire gears. The breathing apparatus they don't have. They don't have that. But yet we're talking about a 2030 vision to live and work and raise family where? To live and work and raise family where? Huh? But you know, people will say, come on air here, and every day you bash the government or you bash the country. We're not bashing in the government or the country. What is going on in the country? The nepotism, the cronyism, and the level of corruption in Jamaica. It needs to stop. Those are the things that I will continue to speak about. Those are the things I can to speak about. The nepotism, the cronyism, and the corruption. You hear the Prime Minister talking to get rid of the rivers and dam? Don't get rid of rivers and dam. Because the corruption under your administration, Prime Minister, is worse. The stench is worse than rivers and dam. The level of corruption that happened in Jamaica from 1962 until now. Jamaica's national debt stands at $2 trillion. And majority of that $2 trillion is owed to people of the the effluent of society in Jamaica. So when God so I'm not ready to go yet. But whenever the Lord said time for me to come, then there so be it. Jamaica's $2 trillion debt will be there same way. And don't believe that the $2 trillion debt was accumulated under this administration only. The two administrations to be blamed for Jamaica's national debt. The two of them. A thing as water in a fire hydrant. The people along Happy Park Road and Maho Drive and its environs. No water in there. I hope there's water in there, no Desmond McKenzie. And you don't hear Desmond McKenzie address the conference pertaining to local government. He is the local government minister. He is the one who organized the local government election. And he does not address the conference pertaining to the local government election. He only sit there and talk about no newspaper is talking so that they pay people to come to the conference, and he said it's rubbish. Rubbish. No, I don't care if you want to pay people to come to your conference, Desmond McKenzie. What I am saying, I think we're in a commercial Roots FM.
When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it
Take the commercial break, Miss Isis. We won't take any break.
people.
We'll get back to Roots FM as soon as they get back to us. I hope I can listen to them. But we will not take a commercial break here on the Make We Talk YouTube channel. We in this country who call Jamaica a home must stand up, speak out against the level of corruption, against the level of cronyism. And basic thing as water is now they see that St. Elizabeth, the breadbasket parish need water.
Keeps you rocking in the world.
Huh? Is now they see that St. Elizabeth, the breadbasket parish, it's time for them to give them a $10 billion on South Manchester, a $10 billion irrigation system. They have more money to do, man. 10 billion here and 10 billion there. The Minister of Finance or Finance did say that he has a 1-point-something trillion budget. The country have money. Oh, Lord have mercy. Welcome back to Roots 96.1 FM on the Make We Talk program here. Mr. Isis, can you give out the number again for us, please?
The number is 876-225-9478. It's also a WhatsApp number, 876-225-9478.
Thank you very much, Miss Isis, in studio doing the engineering work for this program here. And the hold on, you know. And they're gonna hold on, you know. The election, the local government election, if and when the goodly prime minister decide to call it, the bro god decide to call it, it cost the country over $10 billion for the election, you know. While KPH is lack of bed. You hear me? No better barrel, no better herring. No better barrel, no better herring. $10 billion. While the Kingston Public Hospital, a person got there with a broken hip. They have to be going other places to buy the things that they need for their family members to get the repair on the hip. And the country, in the hills and valleys, you know, they don't understand. These politicians, you know, will walk hills and valleys to get the vote. I'll take off their shoes to walk them past the Blue Mountain Peak. They take off their shoes with all the alligator in a Black River. Them take off their shoes and swim past all the alligator to get the vote. With all the alligators inside the Black River. Majority of these politicians in our country will take off their shoes, put on the bad trunk, or whatever you call it, and swim past the alligators in the Black River to get people's vote. And when they get the vote, God help with dead like and dog. This is the country they said that the created Jamaica, where you can come and live and work, live and work and raise family. Yes, we can live and raise and work and work with the family. If we get rid of the nepotism, if we get rid of the cronyism, if we get rid of the level of corruption in the country. Thank you very much, my friend. EOJ said that they need $1.7 billion for local government election. That's why I have my viewers on my channel. Because when it's where I go wrong, they correct me and say, no, Mr. Tavares or no, Jeffrey, man, and that's how you go. The EOJ said they need 1.7 billion Jamaican dollars for local government election. While majority of our people in our country, they can't go to bed, they go to bed hungry. Only need 1.7 billion to run local government election. So if you need 1.7 billion for only local government election, imagine if you call the general election a $2 trillion to run the election. Because if this is 1.7 billion, if you only look local alone, then when you decide to call the general election, Lord Jesus, have mercy. I stretch my hand to thee, O God. If thou should withdraw thyself from Jamaica, where would our people go, Lord? $1.7 billion for local government election. And Andrew, you can't call it, Andrew. You go to a conference, Andrew. What happened? You didn't see the crowd you wanted to see Prime Minister Holness? Why didn't call the date of the local government election? Call it, Andrew, call it. Consider, we go come again, Andrew, and call it. Please call it. $1.7 billion. And point, one of the viewers here on YouTube said we don't kill them. No. I don't lie. When them want the vote, they swim across the Black River with all the alligators inside Black River. Swim across there to go up on the other stream of Black River to get the vote. They will swim across hills and valleys to get the vote. So if you think so them not gonna get the vote, you make a sad mistake. Then I walk barefoot. And when the dog that come off of them, then security details, pow, the dog have a dog have a run. And then walk by the Aunt house. Aunt Matty is upon her dying bed, you know. You see what these people wicked? Aunt Matty is on her dying bed. God bless your Aunt Matty to get to eat. And what they do? Then go there. Oh Lord. What's her name again? Oh Lord, Miss Matty. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna see what I can do for you, you know. And then shake Miss Matty hand and then put up and kiss him. Prince Andrew, love you. Master Mark, love you. And when they done this, you know, man. Then grown a sister them. Now sister them and I want human to deal with it, you know. Because when sister them ready, you know. Sister them will tell us, look, you go on, you go. Because on election time, you know, I make a sad mistake. By the way, as I'm talking about this, I'm talking about that. What is going on with Jamaica's farm workers in Canada? You all hear anything from the new Minister of Labor and Social Security? The great Colonel Charles Jr. You all hear anything from him? There are some people in Jamaica that keep on saying this, you know. That's some hanky-panky going on down by the Ministry of Labor. There is some hanky-panky going on down by the Ministry of Labor when they come on to part program money. Colonel Charles Jr. Mr. Colonel, Mr. Colonel Charles Jr. There is some hanky-panky going on down by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security in the land of Jamaica. You know what they call hanky-panky? Thieves that going down there. So white collar criminality going on down here. Where some of the people not get their bad program money. Jamaicans, the time has come for you to think before you vote. You know. My fellow Jamaicans, the time has come for you all to think before you put the X beside the head or the bill. Vote for infrastructure. Vote for proper services. It cannot be. And in 21st century Jamaica, you have Jamaicans standing in the hot sun at the passport office or standing in the hot sun done by the birth certificate place, what the place name? And Jamaicans standing in the hot sun done by the part program place, Labor and Social Security. On the top of the Jamaican people, on the operating of Jamaica for the 2030 vision for the people to live and work and raise family away. Prime Minister Holness, Mr. Mark Golding. Whenever you get in a power with Mark Golding, you better make sure different. You better make sure you do things different from the Labour Party, you know. Because it's the same way we are holding the Jamaica Labour Party. We're holding them to account. We will hold you, the People's National Party, to account if you win state government. Let me make something clear to you this morning. I am not a member of any political party. I am a Jamaican and Jamaica comes first. So if Mr. Mark Golding and the People's National Party should gain state power to government, and you are not serving the people of Jamaica well, remember I tell you, I'll be doing the same thing that I'm doing here right now. In 21st century Jamaica, our people are standing in the line at the passport office. But when they see Jamaicans in the line at the American embassy, they come and they talk about it. Let me make something clear to you. It is not a duty of the American government to give you a visa. It is not a duty of the American government to give any Jamaican citizen a visa. It is not a duty of the Canadian government to give any Jamaican citizen a visa. It is not a duty of the English government to give any Jamaican citizen a visa. It is not a duty. If they feel like to give you a visa, they give you a visa. And the property that the American embassies own don't belongs to the people and government of Jamaica. It's American soil. What the Jamaican government need to do is ask the American government, can you build up a corporation along Hope Road or whatever road name? And the people can sit down and eat there. But if they don't do it for the Jamaicans at the passport office, do you expect the American embassy to do it? Do you all expect the American embassy to do it? It's a disgrace. I have standing sons here. I remember one time I went to renew my passport. And the lady said, Mr. Tavares, I said, no, not me come. Now become my name Tavares. Jamaicans are behind us, are behind me right now. We're standing in the sun. I'll stand in the sun. I only the chance I will not put myself before my people because I have a name that is well renowned in Jamaica. To hell with that. To hell with the name. The people come first. And two administrations from 1962. What have they done to assist and to alleviate the poverty in the country? What have they done? You go to the passport line for hours to get through. Huh? On a building, Parliament building. On a building, Parliament building. On see what happened to it down there the other day? When Father God just shake the earth a little bit. And the Prime Minister and the Minister of Local Government and the Minister of Constitutional Reform and all of them run out to Jamaica House panicking. So they're giving press conference. Oh, no, not panic yet. They're going to panic yet. The Bible said that God loves poor people. Somewhere in the Bible I read it. On the big people doing to poor people. Be ye careful what you all doing to the poor class of people. Be ye careful. Because when you think that God shake we yet, you don't shake we yet. But in the building, Parliament building, you know, may building the shake down on the road, in the drum. One of them buy one big apartment in the man. And I call no name. Was brought to my attention, it can be proven that one of the ministers buy one hell of apartment cost tira amount of US. While in constituency people don't have no water. And then they have no road. Where you get the money from? One of them buy an apartment in a Mantua Bay. Me not call no name. For how much million US? Where you get the money from? You know who me talking? Where you get the money from? While your people in the constituency don't have no water, Then had a house. The NHT was there, created by Michael Norman Manley to get houses for poor people in this country. The two administration, when they're ready, then dip in a dip in a. The two of them dip in a hit. The word I want to use, I can't use it on here. They have raped the Jamaican people and the NHT without something there. Without something there. And every time they're going to NHT money, it is not being given back. One of the administration took out $11 billion out of NHT to build house, and now the house ain't can't build. And nobody going to prison for it. Not a soul got to prison for it. This is the country we're living in. And when they're done, we say, hey, we Jamaican people food dog, you know. We love the party of our own country. What do? Look at the bus them. Pan nickel, and pan up the bus, on the contention. I remember the days when I was living in nickel. And my brother and I used to tease our grandmother, my father's mother. Like, grandma, you're going to contention now in the church. She used to be upset with us because my brother is a person who loves trouble people. One things say me bad. My brother worse than me. And in trouble, grandma said, I got contention. We the people, when they have their contention in the national arena, they must go anywhere. Or pack up in a bus and tomorrow morning we're dead for him. Tomorrow morning we can't go to a job. Yet they say unemployment rate gone down. This is the country we're living in. May God Almighty help us. My fellow Jamaicans, those on YouTube, those listening to us on Roots on the 6.1 FM, this is where I say so long from here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Until you hear my voice again, remember to tune in to Roots on the 6.1 FM, the best radio station in the city. I am Jeffrey Tavares, returning to the studios of Roots on the 6.1 FM. Guys, it's safe to it.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk.